They're fixing the roof where I live. On winter solstice in Egypt, the sun aligned at the Luxor. Now here in America, there's a couple of Luxor locations. There's one in Las Vegas. There's one in Memphis, Tennessee. I think the one in Memphis, Tennessee opened in the 1990s, 91, somewhere. When it first opened, it went through problems. Pipes, everything. They wanted to move the Grizzlies there when they were up in Vancouver. Or Charlotte, one of the teams from Charlotte. It was the largest one here until the one in Vegas surpassed it. The Luxor now in Memphis. Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Egypt. Memphis is a couple of other places, I think, here in America with that name. There's Belly. Belly. And I remember when Magic Johnson banned playing Belly at his theaters because he said it was a negative reflection. But you go and look and see where it was filmed at. Part of it was filmed in Jamaica. The film locations. The Players Club, Ice Cube did where he made his directorial debut. The one that really bothered me when it came out was P-Valley. P-Valley. I think one of the production houses was Lionsgate. So you give the South things like P-Valley. Memphis, that's what you do. Or is it the articles going on now about Yanis, the Greek freak? How Gil's Arena is saying that the Atlanta Hawks are trying to stick him in the basement. How? Most people around here say the most deplorable things about Greece all the time. So how the hell did anybody stick him in the basement? There's the first Aaliyah, second Aaliyah. Today's Aaliyah's birthday. Happy solar return, Aaliyah. Now you get your Barbie doll. Mattel did. It's running a sale right now. I don't like those numbers. It's reminding me of 1864 in Geneva. When some of these Civil War battles had to end up going to Geneva to quantify war tactics. That was the Battle of Atlanta, Franklin, Petersburg, which is in Virginia, and all this other stuff going on. And everybody says the most degrading things. Did all this moving. You have a Martin Luther King Jr. mural that was desecrated. Kendrick's was as well. And everyone's talking about 1954 Brown versus the Board of Education. When there's another case everybody forgets, 1954 Hernandez versus Texas. Where Mexico wanted their own classification because they said they were being mistreated. When they were always known as white because it's Latin America, they were Latin. So they got their own classification of Mexican American. But they always want to piggyback off of, or everyone does. 1954 Brown versus the Board of Education don't respect Thurgood Marshall. There's so much stuff going up on here that nobody likes to sit up here and pick up or research. But they have all this stuff floating all over the things. The area codes that were picked up in 1947. The fact that nobody respects 1947 in Roswell. You don't respect the 1954 meteor that came through Alabama. You don't respect that January 1st is Mary's Day, the Mary of God. And that's the day of independence for Haiti. You don't respect Toussaint. Toussaint was a slave. He was supposed to have been given his freedom. He fought for France, he fought for Spain. And when they released him, he said he was Creole. And everyone's trying to figure out Louisiana. They are Creole. Alabama's Creole. And all these old cases that are waking up because George Washington had to rebuild part of the library of Congress when it was destroyed, and all of our works of art that's missing out here. How did anybody keep anybody from Greece in the basement? That's not even possible. Isn't he Muslim? What's his faith? What's his belief? In 2004, Dawn Staley carried the American flag in Athens, Greece. She was booed. Her, Diane Taurasi, and a couple of other people were on that team. Diane Taurasi played for 20 years. Now people are bringing up Aztec in the basketball game. The basketball game? You can't even figure out what's going on with basketball without treating it like it's something that's supposed to be entertaining. Nothing that American lands, especially in the deep south, that go through. It's for play. Everybody spent years tearing down Martin Luther King when you don't even know how hard and how long it took just to get to qualify his day as a federal holiday, and it's the 10th one. Or is it the 11th one for Galveston and Juneteenth? And everyone's laughing. Or angry. For what? Why don't you leave anything for civil rights alone if you don't respect what our fight was over? You don't even respect it, but you always want to be included in it. Pick up the case, Texas versus Hernandez, where Mexico didn't no longer want to be white. You didn't want to be white no more. You didn't want to be white.